Apparently, we have a revenge tour for an Achilles. Season is done in week 2. We already have our national champion. First 10 of the season. Michigan's sophomore revenge. Oh, and a clapper. Full Region 5 lineup. The best postseason antics. Sorry, let me rephrase that. The best post-routine antics ever. And a beam save that will go down in history. We have a lot to talk about, so let's go.
This here's the jam for all the fellas trying to do what those judges tell us. Get shot down because you're overzealous. Tumbling hard, get the other teams jealous. Okay, Sparty, go to a party. Girls and Leo's glittery body. Next day's function, high-class luncheon. Music comes on, routines be starting. You're on a mission, wishful thinking, looking for the sticks in all the right places. Blue and yellow, they said hello. Michigan here, you looking like Jello. End zone dance, Spidey on the mat. What comes next? Hey, bust a move. If you want it, you got it. If you want it, baby, you got it. Just bust a move.
That was a very good one, Kim. I like that one. Do you have an inspiration for that one this week?
Yes, thank you. I was inspired by Zoe Rankin's Florentine from Kent State.
Nice. Yes. Anyway, welcome back to the College Salute Podcast, the only podcast with a gymnastics-inspired rap every week. The place you go for all you need to know about how our Region 5 alums are doing during their NCAA careers. And this season, we are comfortably podcasting in comfort. You know, that's in-house rapper Kim, and I'm the insider guy, Jason. And what a week 2 we witnessed this past week. Kim, we already have had nationals, and we've apparently crowned our national champion.
It's over.
If you listen to the commentators, you would have thought that. I mean, John and Allie and Sam made it feel like this was the national championship. We have a scroll of debuts this week. The crowd at Ohio State might have been a Georgia home crowd. And we apparently use exercise mats. We had a debut on Beam that was way overdue, and she killed it. And a bar routine we haven't seen in 3 years. And that is only the surface. But first, and most importantly, happy belated birthday to our gym rapper, Kim. Kim, how was your birthday?
My birthday was great. I actually took the evening off, not the day, because I had to work at doing other things. But I took the evening off, and I had a birthday for 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I had lots of cake, lots of presents. It was great.
Good, yes. Unfortunately, she'll have no zebra cake this year. We're not at Cincinnati this weekend.
I know.
As we both have meets. But she did get her Starbucks. I did send her, although that was a whole story. For some reason, computers and phones, Starbucks apps do not work well with me. So instead of a nice gift card, she just got a PayPal link sent to her, PayPal money sent to her.
Hey, that was fine. I managed to get Starbucks and tropical smoothie with that. So here's my Starbucks.
Wow, there you go. And you wouldn't have been able to do that had I just got you a Starbucks card. So
True story.
Good. Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Podcast reviews, of course, a free way to support our show is always by leaving a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to the College Salute podcast. Tell us what you like about the show or would like to see improved. Review helps others discover our podcast and join our Region 5 family. As we mention every week, the numbers are growing in terms of people who do follow our podcast, but we want to get some more reviews, and that also helps, bring that up. Help us continue to grow our podcast, which is the only regionally based gymnastics podcast in the country. We are the only region who follows our alums when they go to the NCAA. We continue to show our love for our Region 5 alums throughout their college careers, so please show us some love with a review and a 5-star rating. All right, we're going to go with our Fab Five-ish as we always start, and again, we are not with 5. We have 10, well, 11 actually. But let's just get going because this save on balance beam, I was like, you just watching like the Matrix. Like, is she, what? so cool. This front aerial from
I had to watch it from like every angle too because like they had it on one angle, then they had it on another angle. I don't even know how she stayed on, and that
I don't either.
it's Gromley from Kentucky,
Yeah.
and I don't even know. Like that was the most incredible save ever.
Like, but the coaches like were standing there. What is Tim's wife's name? I can't think of it right now off the top of my head. But the head coach, co-head coach of Kentucky, was just standing there on the podium, and she's watching this, and like I'm like, there's no reaction, and then she claps. I'm like, does she do this often? I mean, it's like, holy cow.
She must save things often because that's insane.
Well, good for her. Like I talk to our kids, I said, you try to save, don't just fall off the beam. And she did save. However, the beginning of her routine, I'm sure you noticed that she has a very nice side press handstand up on the beam. I thought that was very cool.
I like a good press handstand. We know that.
Yes, you do. There's another one that we'll talk about later today that I know you've enjoyed this press handstand for years, but and more probably the way she gets down to the beam than the press. But and then back handspring pike. I think it's intended layout 2 feet, but it was more pike 2 feet. But I like that. I think it's just different and not more than these layout step outs. But props, girl. That was awesome. That save. I was like, holy crap! How'd you stay on the beam? You called them the end zone dances. I'm just coming to antics after routines.
Well,
Michigan State, but not just them. Like across the board, like even at NIU and Kent, they were doing it. I mean, this is a thing this year. These antics after routines is phenomenal.
I didn't really notice it with NIU and Kent. But
not as big as Michigan State. Not as big as Michigan State.
MSU for sure. I mean, Nikki Smith did Amon-Ra St. Brown's headstand fall over.
It was so cool.
And then
so cool.
We had the gritty, and then but it's every event. Spider-Man, Sage does her Spider-Man after bars. Like it's every event. I love it. I think it's so funny.
No, it's awesome. I mean, we saw Helen last year do the worm at Nationals after her final routine of her career, and then now we get all of these, as you're calling, end zone dances. I just call them just antics at the end of your routine. So cool, like awesome. I mean, I think it's cool. I was like wondering if they take a deduction for Nikki doing that. I mean, I don't know.
So
it's like
the thing that I was wondering that she dismounted and then she did it and saluted after she did it, but did she salute before she did it? I wanted to go back and watch it.
I think she did.
Because I was like, wait a minute. Because then then she saluted again. So I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, no, but a lot of them are cool and keep doing them, and more teams do them so we can see them every meet. Some more original, creative ones, but yeah. That was awesome. A bar routine we have not seen in 3 years, and when I saw her salute, because they went to her, I was like, Grimes is competing bars.
Yeah. And
so cool.
I think she's still in the rafters at Cavelli cleaning from that Tkachev. I forgot how big her Tkachev is. She literally just goes, whoop, and then down to catch the bar. I totally, I feel like it's gotten bigger. And she hasn't done bars in 3 years. But, oh my God, I was so excited to see her on bars, especially that Tkachev was insanity.
No, it was awesome. It was great to see her back on bars because I know that is one of her favorite events. She does like doing bars, but she's been doing vault and floor for pretty much her entire career at Ohio State.
Yeah,
and still doing it well. Floor, I think she leads our lineup this week. But anyway, great. You did send me this via text. I had not seen this, but Liv is creative. Liv is creative, very creative.
Yeah, she is.
This is fun.
I loved it. I love Liv's Ultimate Big Ten Gymnast Guide, and it was on the social media. I think Big Ten, Liv's obviously, but Big Ten Network. I got it from Michigan State's. That's where I pulled it from. But I absolutely love it because she literally just takes a gymnast who's standing there with her arms pressed. And it's she puts all the Big Ten gymnasts together. So we have Jordan Linden's hair from Minnesota, Amani Herring's grit, Caitlin Rosen's energy, Tori Vetter's toe point, Sage Kellerman's sticky feet. So she just takes all of the attributes, Maryland's leotards, which I totally agree with. She just takes all the attributes of everybody and puts them together into one, the ultimate Big Ten gymnast. I think that was so cool. Liv that's just so smart. She's there. I like it.
Yes. No, she's creative and it definitely is a Big Ten gymnastics fan. I mean, she knows everything in the Big Ten. She obviously was at the Rose Bowl she covered football, through the year, and now she's working with gymnastics, obviously, as she does. But yes, it's great to see somebody who, has such a passion for Big Ten gymnastics, being in Big Ten, obviously at Michigan and just like that, but just really enjoying the Big Ten conference, and it's awesome.
Exactly.
Get great content from that. We did have a few T-shirt crazies. Now, Kent States are not new. I don't know what those commentators talk about. They've worn those before.
I know.
And these commentators, like the first time they've ever seen these shirts. I was like, these shirts are not new, but they're cool. But then the Florida fancy shirt.
Oh my gosh.
I
don't know if they showed it on I mean, sure they showed it on TV,
They did.
but
They did.
I didn't watch that meet, obviously.
Yes.
Saw it on social media and I was like, oh my God, that is the most fancy shirt, because it's like a button down shirt, but then it's like a tuxedo shirt at the same time. It was just flawless.
Yeah, they're talking about, what's his name, the assistant coach who does the choreography for Florida. He was wearing this shirt.
Yes, he was.
So, but yes, no, that I did watch that meet. It was a good meet because it was a Friday. We didn't have it. None of our meets from our lineup were on Friday, and I had time to watch it, so I watched that one. I picked that one to watch, but it was cool.
Well,
but no, the Kent State.
Yeah,
ones.
well, the Kent State. Yeah, we've seen them before. Obviously, we're like. But I just love them. Like everybody had them, and all, like people in the crowd had them. But it's funny because one of our senior swimmers, the Markwoods, her parents have shirts just like that. It says SVSU all of them, but then they have her face on them too, which I think is hilarious. So I love those shirts. Cool. They're so fun.
Yeah, they're like Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah.
In the Kent State yellow blue colors, but no, yeah, they're cool. But the commentators made it sound like they've never worn. I'm like, they've worn those shirts before. I'm like, come on, seriously. But
there were some commentating things all weekend with a lot of people.
Yes,
we'll get to that.
Oh yes, it was fun. Mm-hmm.
And then Tim, who's the assistant coach at Kent State, singing the national anthem. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, who knew? I feel like he's done it before. I feel like he's done it before, but like I just paid. I don't know. I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, I didn't see that because with theirs you can see because they do theirs on their website and you can see like where gymnastics starts, and so I just started where the gymnastics began because they've gotten a lot better. There's not a lot of ads and all this stuff everywhere, but they obviously between things they'll back it over to like the graphic or just NIU or the scoreboard and stuff like that. They just have a lot of stuff always going on, and so I always like just go to where gymnastics starts. So I actually didn't end up seeing that. Well, Michigan says, I will see you a double back stick. And that's referring to Nikki Smith from Michigan State stuck her double back first. And then Ranger from Michigan comes and gives them a double back stick that was absolutely gorgeous too. So we got two very, very nice double back sticks, but I had to change the way you wrote that because I'm like, Michigan says I can stick a double back too.
Oh, well, I just went off because like she stuck it at the exhibition. Like she sticks that double back all the time. So like she stuck it again. But yeah, I understand.
But she was last because Michigan went last on beam, and so I was like, put it that way. But that her backhandspring layout is back in too, which was really awesome because she took that out mid-season. Michigan sophomore class. Damn, they definitely learned from their experience freshman year. That's for sure. Avery's 10. Avery Neff's 10, first of the season. They had to go 10 with her due to the fact of what they did with Glenn. Glenn's was not a 10. I don't know why that judge thought that was. I mean, it was a nice vault. It was a very nice vault, but it wasn't a 10. There was a knee bend in the block off the table, but they had to. Yeah. I mean, if they gave that a 10, Avery's had to be a 10 because Avery's 10 was gorgeous. I mean, Avery's vault was gorgeous. I have no issues with it being a 10 because it was gorgeous. But yeah, we do have our first official 10 of the season. Danny Fuentes returns.
Yes, she does a beautiful press to handstand mount, and she walks down. And I have that in photos from when she was level 10. It's beautiful. I love it. I'm so glad she's doing it again because I know for a hot second she didn't do it. She did something else. And so I'm glad she's doing it again. That makes me very happy. And I'm glad she is back because she's amazing.
Yeah, and she has a beautiful two back handsprings to a layout step out that she rocked.
She did, and she does.
Which was really good. So, yeah. And also another Tkachev that, she was blindfold Tkachev on bars. Very nice routine. Very nice. Welcome back, Danny. Yes. Glad to see you.
Glad you're
and
here.
Maybe we'll see you back in the floor lineup. She also is one of those that does the half on front tuck. I'm not sure if she's still doing that on vault or will do that or will compete leg events the tumbling punching events this year or not. So we shall see, but welcome back.
We shall see. Speaking of an Avery, now I'm getting not Avery Reef,
Riff.
Riff,
Riff. Yeah,
Riff.
Riff. Yeah.
Okay, because Neff, Riff, it's like too close.
Yes.
So
Avery Riff. Freshman at NIU.
yes, Avery Riff. I just want to throw this. She has. I know you want to talk about her aerial, but like she has one of the best pike jumps in the game. I just want to throw that out there on beam.
No,
that pike jump is flawless. I mean, she does one on floor too, but the pike jump is flawless. Like she is like piked.
Yes. The Pike Jaeger didn't go very well.
Well, we're not talking about bars. We're talking about the pike jump, not the
correct.
pike
I'm just saying a piked position. But yes, no, that pike jump is very good. The aerial, and I was going to put this in the they did that, but we'll talk about it now since you have her up here. That aerial was absolutely gorgeous. That series is hard, and when she does it very, very well. And week 1 debut on beam for NIU. She did it very, very well. And so nice job, Avery. She also was in floor and bars for NIU. So
yeah,
doing well as a freshman already in a few lineups. But yes, no, I do agree. Pike jump's very nice. She's very good on bars. She has the blind straddle back handstand, which I love, which is a very UGA, United Gymnastics Academy trait. They have quite a few that have done that in the past, and so that's awesome. But hopefully, she'll get that routine under belt next week or within the next few weeks. But yeah, great pike jump, very nice aerial on beam in your debut performance. So congratulations, Avery.
And so this is like a bonus Fab 5-ish, 5-5-10. That's a bonus one because okay, listen, commentating is hard enough. But can you imagine commentating your own daughter's routine? Well, that is exactly what Michelle Strom did when she commentated her own daughter's routine. Yes, she did. At beam routine, nonetheless, at ASU. And she was going through it. She was like stressed out. I know I get stressed out during routines, and I just have known the kids since they were little. But you're commentating your own daughter's routine. I would have been like, we're just going to watch this right now, and I'll give you my thoughts after.
Yeah, I don't know. How I could never do that.
I mean, you could commentate anyways.
I can't commentate it. No, absolutely not.
No, you would get all the names wrong.
I barely lead a podcast. Okay.
True. But yeah, so
all right.
Hats off to you for commentating your own daughter's beam routine because,
yeah,
especially
awesome.
Beam too. There's some parents that can't even watch the routines. They have to leave and they don't even watch the meet. And here you are commentating your daughter's beam routine. Look at you.
Yeah. Did you say that she landed her dismount on the exercise mats?
She might have. I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I just
we'll
saw
get
it on
there.
the social.
We'll get there. So we're switching up the order of our podcast this week, and we're going to start with the Region 5 university and our podcast fantasy gymnastics team. That's Kim and my little fantasy gymnastics team here that we do each and every week that features all of our Region 5 alums from 3 different meets. Each week during the season, we pick 3 meets, usually one on Friday, one on Saturday, and one on Sunday. And the alums in these competitions make up our possible lineups for our 5 university scores. This week it was 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday because we did the
Sprouts.
The Sprouts meet, and then Georgia and Ohio State was also on Saturday, and then NIU and Kent was on Sunday.
Just one more time for those in the back. How do we get these scores again?
We take them from the meets that we select as our week meets. Okay. So Georgia at Ohio State, Sprouts both sessions, and then NIU at Kent.
Okay.
That's it.
I didn't think the people in the back could hear you.
Yes, I had to make sure I rephrase that so I don't get the text. Well, she got a 9.9.
Exactly.
Yes, she did. It was a great routine.
Those are the people in the back.
But she wasn't in our 3 meets. So we'll start off with vault and Faith Torres, 9.925. Faith didn't do all around. This is the first time I was baffled when I saw the Oklahoma lineup on floor and she wasn't in it.
We gotta give other people a chance.
I know she did hurt her ankle prior to their little inner squad thing because I know that Mel told me that she wasn't competing at all, which she didn't. But she's back on 3 events, so I'm sure she'll be in the all around soon. But 9.925, a very nice Yurchenko 1.5 on vault as usual. She had a small ish little hop, not hop, but like a slide, not a perfect stick, but it was a very nice vault. Addie Wall 9.9 had a little bit of juice, a little bit of gas going out of that 1.5, hopped a little forward, not as bad as big as, actually about the same as maybe her NCAA hop, because that wasn't that big either when she was at NCAAs. So about the same vault. 9.9. She got 9.875 at nationals, so she's doing better. 9.9 this week, but great vault, beautiful Yurchenko 1.5. Katie would have stuck that vault had she, and this is Duplessis from Michigan State. She would have stuck that vault had she not pulled her chin down when she landed.
Oh yeah.
That would have, because she was right there, and then her chin came down, and she had to step forward. She'd have had that stick. But beautiful Yurchenko 1.5 on vault. Glad to see her back in the Michigan State vault lineup. Nikki Smith, I almost said Peters. Shout out to Nikki Peters, former Michigan gymnast, and actually works for the Chicago Park District, but was a gymnast at Michigan when I was there. Anyway, 9.85 for Nikki Smith on vault. Another nice Yurchenko 1.5 hop forward out of that. No, actually, I think she stepped back. I think she stepped back on hers, not hop forward, step back, which is unlike Nikki. Usually she over-rotates.
Well, she wanted to stick it.
And then Tori Vetter, beautiful Yurchenko full, 9.85 to close the lineup for Ohio State. So that was a very nice vault. Some nice 1.5s, clean full, like I said, from Tori. 49.375 on vault this week. Over to bars, and a vault, first of all, that I didn't expect ever happen to Sage. She landed, I don't even know what happened, but she slipped, I think, on the vault and did a front pike to her butt.
I have to say, the vault table for MSU just looked low. It looked like she just got too high on the table, now where she usually blocks, because Michaela Tucker too. The vault just looked too low for them.
It looked flat. Yeah, it looked flat, a little bit flat. Yeah.
Well, vaults are flat.
No, flat. The vault looked flat. From the leaving the table, and her 1.5 went out, not
but
up.
I'm talking about,
and normally it does.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the vault table was too low.
Correct, which making it too high on, which makes her vault flat, is what I was saying. Yes.
I was like, Jason, vaults are flat. Duh.
No, I know they are. They're not really flat. They're rounded because the front part's rounded. Remember, it looks like a tongue. Anyway, so she slid on the table or something weird. She did a front pike to her back or her butt after the commentator, after Allie and Sam were like, "Watch, you gotta watch this vault. Huge vault for Sage." But she came back to nail bars. 9.925. We talked about it last year how Sage is a bar worker.
She is.
And very nice Jaeger, but stuck the heck out of her double layout. And awesome job. 9.925 to lead us. Hannah Scheibel, wow. Just pure wow. Beautiful bar routine. Maybe her best event's bars.
I mean, she's
maybe she's another. Mel's doing it.
Mel.
Sorry, Joe. Sorry, your vaulters aren't doing it. Hannah didn't even make the vault lineup in this weekend.
I mean,
bars killed it.
I mean,
9.9.
She's also coming back from an injury as well. So
I know. She's doing all 4 events. She is back on all 4 events, in terms of training, but she'll be in there. But anyway, because I've seen the vaults obviously on their training videos. But 9.9 on bars. Wow, beautiful for Jaeger. Nice half in, half out. Stuck cold. Mel, proud of you.
Good job.
Two good bar workers right there. Bailey Stroud 9.9, which she improved about I think a 1/10.5 from Utah's meet, the first meet, but we didn't see it. They didn't show it.
How dare they not?
It was not on the broadcast.
How dare they?
They had already decided Utah was out of it clearly because of Beam, but they didn't want to show them. So I don't know if we saw many bar routines at the last rotation for Utah at that meet because they just didn't show them. So Bailey, awesome. Great to see that you're back in the lineup again. 9.9 improvement over week 1. Although her other 2 routines, I'm sure she'd like to go back and redo again.
Maybe,
especially her Corbett. I'm sure she would like that because that's not. She nailed backhanding layout on beam and super solid, and then fell on a Corbett. So Tucker 9.875 toe pike half, nailed it. There's her new bar dismount that she obviously taught herself, as I call it, because of all her vlogs about it in the pit at DeVos. But 9.875, beautiful bar routine for Michaela Tucker. And then my girl, Khalees Wolford. Khaleesi.
Khaleesi.
9875. I love this construction. I think this works well for her. It's not like the elite routine that she had to do. Nice pack, Maloney half, stalled her double tuck. Very clean, very, because Khaleesi has very nice lines on bars, and I think it's a very good construction, and she's going to score very, very well all season. But 9875 for her on bars in her debut.
However, I do have questions about this meet. So, like, whoever was, like, okay, the commentating, like, I feel like they were giving Khaleesi, like, random stats. Like, they were talking about some meet that she won something that she won, like, 3 years in a row, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
no idea.
I don't know. I don't know.
They said she did the U.S. Nationals all around 3 times.
I don't even know. Like,
but she only competed at championships twice, so I'm not really sure. She qualified, but she didn't go. But anyway, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
And I mean, like, I get she's also from New Jersey, and they said that, but it's like, yes,
but she's not. She's from Ohio.
She's from Ohio. Like, you're from New Jersey, but you're from Ohio. Like,
correct. You're Ohio.
Yeah, you're Ohio. You came from New Jersey when you were like a baby, not a baby, but like a little kid, like level 7 little kid.
Yes, exactly.
So
but 49-475 for our bar lineup this week, and then a beam lineup that just was killer. I mean, absolute killer. Ava Jordan, AJ from Michigan, 995. Absolutely gorgeous aerial back handspring, stuck her dismount cold aerial side gainer side. I can't talk. Gainer full off the side. Beautiful beam routine, 995 to lead our beam lineup. Faith, I put her second because Faith always hits beam. 995, beautiful aerial layout. Step out, another back handspring, gainer full that's, up in the rafters. And then Hannah Shively, 995 on beam, another great routine. However, where was the triple flight? Because every video you've posted all year, back handspring layout, super solid. We do a back handspring layout in your first meet, but maybe it's just the first meet, and then they'll put it in. I don't know. But I was like expecting it.
Roll,
I'm like,
Jason. God.
I was expecting it, and she goes back handspring layout. I was like, okay.
It's the first meet back. Come on, it's week.
Well, then don't post all these videos of all these. Post all these videos of all this great gymnastics.
Hannah, stop posting videos of great gymnastics. It's getting Jason's hopes up.
I am.
I mean,
no triple flight. But anyway, 995, beautiful beam routine. That was a debut since an Achilles. Yes, a Achilles comeback debut for a 995 on beam. That was awesome. Khaleesi Wolford, 9925. OMG, so good. This beam routine is gorgeous. And it's not really exceptionally difficult for her. I mean, she had a lot more gymnastics that she did in elite, obviously, but beautiful beam routine for her, and then that switch leap split jump. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's gorgeous. It is. And it's 9925 for her debut on beam, which is awesome, along with another debut on balance beam that we have been waiting for a very, very long time to see.
Let me tell you, I literally have in my notes about this the beam routine, like literally the routine we've been waiting for. Like, I've been waiting 3 long years for this. Well, she's a junior.
Biz Trostel from good old MSU Spartans has been out with an ACL injury for 2 years, basically. I thought she was going to come back last year, and I get that didn't happen. And so she's back. I know she's doing floor and some other, I know she's doing floor because I've seen videos of it. But beautiful Inoti, absolutely gorgeous Inoti, stuck gainer, 9925, first performance out in college. Just so good, so good. And I'm glad to see her because she's phenomenal on beam. And I know we talked about it in the preview show, how we were excited to see her compete, and we finally got the opportunity. So beautiful routine. Awesome. 9925. Loved it.
Same.
And I just want to mention Katie's beam, her 2 back handsprings to a layout. Katie Duplessis was gorgeous, super solid on that. Unfortunately, didn't make our beam lineup, but wanted to mention that 2 back handsprings to a layout. 49.7 on beam. We have a very strong beam group. Over on floor, Caitlin Grimes, 9925. That double pike though, huge. Love it. She loves floor. She's a very good performer on floor. always finds the camera, always has good face. Just everything about Caitlin. She loves floor, but she's probably excited she hit her bar routine, so she gave it even extra on floor today. Addie Wall, 985. Very nice routine. A little bit hoppy, a little bit bouncy, a little bit on her last pass. Full in was very nice, but very great routine. Liked it. Natalie Martin, now at Ohio State.
Yep.
First performance for Ohio State. She competed on 3 events, vault, beam, and floor. But very nice full in, 985 for her. Great. I think she seems happy. I think she's excited to be closer to home, and I know her parents probably like it that they don't have to, drive to Maryland to go watch her. Very quick trip to Ohio State. But Tori Vetter, 985. A little bit. I don't think this was her best routine. Obviously, she's usually nice. She's good 9.9s, but like she just. I don't want to say it just looked labored, but it just didn't look as like energized as she usually is to me. That's just my personal opinion. Yeah. But it's also first week 1 routine. But 985 for that. And then she also fell on beam, which is not normal for Tori. So she may have just been
I was surprised.
She may have just been tired. Yes, she may have just been tired.
Maybe.
Because like I said, the floor. So getting ready, or maybe she was just overexcited about the meet. I don't know. And then Nikki Smith, no double layout. I was very disappointed, although I knew she wasn't doing it. But 985 for a beautiful full in, absolutely gorgeous full in, front to double back. What do you think of her floor routine this year?
I like it.
You do?
Yeah.
I like her freshman year. So that's my favorite so far.
Well, yeah.
I don't know why it's always the freshman year one. We like.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, that's
I
right.
like her freshman year one.
I do like her freshman year one.
Yeah, I like that one, but I enjoy this one. It's
enjoy
good.
it. But she's a performer.
But
so
I'll enjoy it more. I'll enjoy it more if there's a double layout. 49 325.
Get over the fact that there might not be a double layout.
I know. 49 32. It's just so pretty. Her double layout's so pretty.
I know.
49 325 for a total of 197 875. And I know that leads the country. I don't even have to look because Oklahoma led the country with 197.5, and that's obviously better than that.
Yeah,
so
we're winning.
We lead the country. I don't know if they're just going to use the one score until we get to week 9, and then we're going to add them all up. I don't know. I think that's probably how it's going to be. So we're just going to say that, and so we're leading the country with 197.875. So good job, guys.
Way to go, Region 5 University.
University. We're killing it.
We are.
All right, next week our lineup for our meets for our lineup. Western Michigan versus Central Michigan. That's going to be a good one because we have a lot of alums. A lot. Clemson and NC State.
Many.
Yes, Clemson and NC State. That's going to be a fun meet to watch. And then Bowling Green Ball State. We do have quite a few alums in both of those teams as well. So it's going to be kind of a MAC meet, ACC MAC meet. So weekend for our lineup. So it'll be fun to watch. So Western Michigan Central, Clemson at NC State, and Bowling Green versus Ball State.
It's going to be a MAC CC.
Yeah, Max CC. All right, some debuts that we've had. We had a lot of freshmen debut, but we also had a couple that are not technically freshmen. One competes, but competed at an event for the first time. And then the other one is not a freshman, but we got to see her for the first time. First off, we'll talk about the freshman, KP, or Kendall Pickleman. She is from Champion in Michigan. Simpson goes to Simpson, and she competed on vault.
She did. And I sent you the video, but then I went back to watch it, and I realized it was in her reels, and it's gone. But yes. It was a nice vault.
I was going to say I didn't see it.
Of course you didn't, because you never see it.
Yeah, because I didn't get the time to see that. Peyton Pack from Nebraska, she vaulted. She does Yurchenko 1.5. She's from Aspire. I'm not sure if she's doing it or not, but she did. I think she got like a 9.7 something. So vault, she debuted on vault, which is awesome. Ella Fox from Cornell debuted on balance beam and floor exercise. She was in the mid 9.6s on both of hers. Lulu Tondat, my favorite name in all of gymnastics. She debuted for Brown on vault and uneven bars. So that's cool. I'm going to check out hopefully her next week and watch that. Layla Bobek from Pitt. She debuted on, I'm not sure what C is. I don't know why I put C there. Not really sure, but I know she debuted, I believe, vault and beam.
And C.
I'm not sure what the C
and
is.
And she debuted on C.
and C. So whatever C is. But I think it's vault because I'm pretty sure it was vault, and then balance beam I know for sure. So awesome there. She is a standing layout on beam. We've talked about it. Look forward to seeing Layla at some point in time this year. Ashlyn Richards at CMU. She competed on balance beam. We will see her next week in our lineup. So we'll hopefully see a good beam routine. And then Gabby Van Freyen from Kentucky debuted on 3 events. Balance beam is exactly the same. She changed nothing.
As it should be.
You saw it. Nothing. The mount is there. The back handspring and nodi is there. Everything.
As it
Everything
should
is
be.
there. She had a small little wobble on that series, and somebody else got 985, but awesome job. At least she didn't get the 9775 freshman score. Thank God. So, floor, no triple full this year. She's doing a double tuck. I was kind of sad about that, but it's probably safer, easier on the body. And then uneven bars, we did not see her uneven bar routine, but I think she fell because she only got 9.2. So, but we didn't see it. So, but awesome to see Gabby Van Freyen out there. Delaney Kelly from ASU debuted vault, balance beam, and floor exercise. Not a big surprise on those 3 events that she's debuting. Awesome on both. Floor, she's a 2.5 punch front. Is gorgeous. So looking forward to watching Delaney at some point this year as well. Carly Stalder from Ball State debuted on vault, balance beam, and floor. You will be able to see her vault up on our social media very shortly. As she sent it to me, she got 985, a very nice Yurchenko full. But we will get to see next week as well. So that'll be fun. Haley Mendoza, I enjoyed watching, and they got her name wrong all the time. Haley Mendoza was always somebody else.
How do you get that wrong?
And then Haley. Florida's commentating, and actually it's funny because I have already listened to Jim Kastic this week, which I tend to not do. I don't like to because I don't want to mix it. I usually do it after we record. But she talked about that too, how the commentators were horrible. They got no of the names right. None of them ever. They were always wrong. But Haley Mendoza did compete for on uneven bars and balance beam, West Virginia. Awesome job there. Avery Mole debuted on balance beam and vault, although vault is the only one she did in the lineup. You put in that she did on even bars. I missed that.
She did exhibition on bars.
Yeah, I missed that. I didn't see her exhibition on bars. So I knew she exhibitioned on beam and she had fallen in her series, but she also fell on her vault, unfortunately. So Avery didn't have the best of debuts, but she's going to be good once she gets her feet under her and she starts getting more
she had a really nice bar routine.
Good, but all right, I totally missed it. So
I'm letting you know. She had a really nice bar routine.
Thank you. I'm excited to see it.
You're welcome.
I will watch it. Yeah. Autumn Reardon from NC State competed on vault, balance beam, and floor. I've reached out for her floor team because she went 9.875 on floor.
I'm sure it was exquisite.
I have not heard from her. Yes, and I'm interested to see that. But we will see them next week as well because they go against Clemson, and we're going to cover that meet. We've already talked about Lily Clapper and her debut.
Which is crazy because I had no idea that, so when they said that, it was like, oh, this is her first time. She's senior, blah, blah. I was like, what? She's always done exhibition, and then she was hurt.
She's done
so I've seen her a ton, but I guess she's never been in the lineup.
Yeah, no, she did a beautiful double layout, stuck it cold, beautiful Jaeger. She also did vault. Wasn't the best vaults. She landed low and stepped to the side, but and then 2 athletes. One Kim just put on here. Molly Sabin, we talked about her last weekend. She actually was in the floor lineup this week. She debuted last week as an exhibition. This week in the lineup. Thank God, because she's good. Mm-hmm. Now she has to get on beam and maybe even bars because she was improving on bars. Maybe not this year, but she had a Ginger that she started using last year, and it's really cool. So, but anyway, glad to see her in the floor lineup. Mila Bruch debuted on bars. She's been in the floor lineup pretty much her entire career at Denver.
And vault.
Vault, she go in and out, but she's the vault Big 12 champion last year. Her freshman year, she was kind of bouncing in and out of that lineup, but last year she was pretty regular, and now she's in the bar lineup, which is awesome. So 3 events for Mila. And then Mary Green, I was excited. She did exhibitions on both floor and bars?
Vault?
Floor, no. Vault? Was it vault and floor?
I thought it was only vault. I only saw her on vault.
No, she did floor too.
Okay, well, I only saw her on vault.
Okay, but so 2 exhibition routines, but glad to see her in because she's had some injury issues leading into her college career, and then just hadn't gotten in. She was a freshman last year, Now she's a sophomore, but first year in competition. So it's excited to see her out there and doing exhibition. Hopefully we'll get to see her in a lineup possibly. But shout out to Mary Green for an exhibition routine and out there. So that was a long list. I'm sure there are some D3 ones and 2 we may have missed. I tried to go through and figure it out, but we're going to talk about she didn't debut this week. She's been in the floor lineup, but she is our D3 athlete of the week, and she is a freshman. Correct? Yeah, she's a freshman, and but she debuted last week, so it's not technically a debut. We'll get there in a minute. They did that or didn't. We have a long list. We're going to go through some of these we've already covered.
Yeah.
But we'll run through them.
Did you know Brooke Pearson? She evidently competes for both Georgia and Ohio State. And whoever was the commentator said that. Like, he said she competed for, like, when the girl was up on vault, that this is Brooke Pearson, and she was blah, blah, blah at U.S. Classics or something. Well, then he said it again for Brooke Pearson, who was from UGA, up on whatever event. I was like, huh, interesting. So clearly Brooke Pearson, either there's 2 of them, or she just, competes for both teams. Leo change.
Well, she technically is a UGA athlete, not OSU athlete.
Well,
so that's where she.
Everyone's name was.
She's a freshman.
Everyone's name was Brooke Pearson. Okay.
Yeah, she's a freshman, and she's very good on bars. I remember watching their. I don't remember her routine from this weekend, but I remember watching her routine from the little orange, the black and red meet, whatever their inner squad meet. So, Zanesville, hats off to you. 200 people.
Are you kidding?
To watch Addie compete.
200
They posted that on the thing. 200 people.
Oh my God, that's like all of
Ohio
Zanesville.
State was a Georgia fan club. Basically, the fans at Ohio State were a Georgia fan
literally,
club.
how many people live in Zanesville?
200 people came to watch Addie compete. I saw them post that on their social media. And then all the Buckeye fans, for sure, for Khalees, Avery, and Natalie. So, like, that stands was filled for mostly Georgia fans.
That's amazing. Speaking of Buckeye, I love that the commentator, he was like, when Natalie went from one Buckeye to another, I was like, clever. You're clever.
Yes.
Clever,
yes,
you.
That's true.
Clever.
Yep.
But yeah, oh my God, like
with a stop in Maryland in between. Didn't they do that for somebody? Who they do that for?
Somebody from Pitt. Oh, Sydney Washington with a pit stop.
Oh, Washington. They did that with a pit stop.
With a pit stop.
He's good with those little things. There you go. Can't get a Brooke Pearson right, but that's fine. We have an Achilles revenge tour.
Yeah, we do.
Apparently, Hannah is on revenge.
Oh, she is.
On a revenge tour for her Achilles.
She is.
I find that hilarious.
She is.
I'm like the revenge tour for the Achilles tendon.
I mean, I feel you, though.
She is, though. She looks good.
She does.
She looks good.
She
looks
does.
really good.
She does. It's because she does. She looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so listen. I just feel Sam and Allie commentating together. Some days I feel like it's great. Other days I feel like they are just having a battle between each other, trying to one-up each other and see who gets the last word. So during the broadcast, I think it was during Kendall Abney's bar routine, right? And Allie said something, and then Sam said something back, but they said the exact same thing 2 different ways. And then Allie had to said something else. The same thing they just said 2 different ways. I just feel like those 3 were going through some things over the weekend in this session. Those 3. Because this brings us to our next one also. John is calling out everyone. Oh my gosh. Well, just the comments. Oh my God, I was dying. He's like, well, don't say anything, because when Sam and Allie say something, then they mess up. Like,
oh yeah, the commentary curse. Yep, hit the commentary curse.
Oh my God. But at one point, John's like, I'm just calling everybody out today. Like, oh my God, I was dying. Because I don't know. I feel like maybe they had been trapped in a room together for too long, because those 3 were just going through it. But though, Sam and Allie, y'all, whatever you got going on, girls, you need to work that out. It just makes it all seem petty. Anyways. Yeah, it was a good time. But also I do want to call John out. John Roethlisberger, you're a great soul. Tonya Paulson from Cal, she competes for Sweden, not Taiwan. Just
Oh yes, I read that. I didn't know who you were going at. That
just throwing that out there.
You're right. It's not Taiwan.
I just wanted to let you know. What? So I'm calling you out, John Roethlisberger. It's Sweden, not Taiwan.
I was like, when I saw that on our notes, I was like, I didn't know who you were talking about.
I guess I should definitely talking about that.
But yes, no, I do remember that. I was like, what?
Yeah. So,
okay.
But yeah, I just thought that was funny. It was just
1 week we got Q competing for the Bahamas in 2020, and this time we have Taiwan versus Sweden. So each week it's something.
Those
else
are
with a different
two
country,
really different places, also, and really far apart. It's fine.
Oh boy. Anyway, did we have nationals? So Oklahoma is our national champion.
I think
right?
so. Yeah.
Yes. The drama that the three of them had about Sprouts. You would think that the season ends today. Like literally the drama of them. I mean, like, come on. Yes, it was like 4 of our best teams actually, but Michigan did better than everybody else except for Oklahoma and LSU. But I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, is it nationals? Is this national champions?
I think when people just get on a podium, they just get excited. And
right. It was way too much drama. And then we had to have a tie break. Why? Why?
I don't even
why?
Well, because things weren't right because we had a tie. And they like to break ties.
Why though?
Why are we breaking ties?
It's not a national championship.
I think just breaking ties is
leave
dumb.
a tie.
I hate a tiebreaker.
Exactly. It was just stupid. And then more drama. And like everyone made it sound like, or they were making it sound like it was Kalia Lincoln's issue. And I'm like, there's no way in heck Kalia Lincoln has anything to do with this problem because Kalia Lincoln's routine isn't going to score very high because she had pauses and shoulder drops and everything else. So I didn't realize that, I forget who it was that they changed her score. It was Zeiss. They changed her score and then that made it a tie. And so that was what they were talking. Did you
watch the press conference though that Jay Clark and like they changed the score, but then they should have moved the score up. LSU should have won, according to him. Because they dropped the start value and then they put it back, and then but when they put the start value back, like the other judges' score didn't revert back to like her original score. Like she made it lower. It was like a whole thing.
Okay. Well, I just know that there was drama and we had to have a tie. I'm like, why can't we just leave it?
I don't know because
it is. But if it wasn't supposed to be, okay, great. But just still, anyway. Yeah. I still would like to know what the podium problem was.
Bars.
Like,
it was
no. I know what it was. I know what event it was.
It was like moving.
But like, was it like it was not secured to the floor? Was the bars not on the floor? I mean, like, what was the podium issue? Like literally, I mean, the podiums aren't secured to the floor. They're on the floor.
Yeah, but
they secure the bars underneath it to the floor.
Yeah.
Usually.
I think
or weights or whatever.
I think whatever it was, because they said people were under the podium, like the foundation was moving. They said they were under the podium, like re-securing things. So it probably was like whatever was holding the bars.
Something was or it was something the podium was laying on or something. Maybe the flooring or whatever. Because I know they don't secure the podiums; they just put them down on the floor, but then they secure bars.
Yeah.
So I was confused. I mean, I knew it was a bar issue though. I knew that.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, podium problems. You're always got to have some. Every meet. Well, my kids competed on the podium this weekend, and we didn't have any problems. But you know what I'm saying. Podium problems.
Go Branch.
I like podium. I like the podium. I think it's fun. It's very. It's a little bouncy.
It is fun.
However,
it is fun. I
don't like when they use the beam mats that are way too thick. That make the beam seem even lower than it really is. That bothers me.
The big 20 centimeter. The 20 centimeter mats.
Yeah, because then you put the beam on 125 and it feels like 120, and then like it just throws everything off. I don't like it. Anyways, but I do like the podium. So there we go. Also, okay, Allie, my darling. It is not a standing switch leap. It is a switch split jump. It's not a leap. It's a jump. Just letting you know.
Correct.
I digress. That always bothers me when they call it she did a standing switch leap. Well, no, she didn't leap. She did a switch split jump. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
We did have another debut, and I put her in here because she did that. Yes, she led off for MSU. And this is the first time we have seen Stephanie Lepster compete. She's been part of this team. She is a senior. She has been part of this team for 4 years, and she has been a very good part of this team in terms of like just the team player, the motivator, the encourager, all that. No one has any. I mean, always has positive things every time you ask about Stephanie, but she got to go out there and compete. And the first official lineup as a senior, very nice. Rudy layout step out was gorgeous. I love the wink to the camera. Did you catch that? Mm-hmm. She winks at the camera, right? Camera around, big wink to the camera. Awesome. Congratulations, Stephanie. We love to see it. And we know we saw like some video of you in the inner squad. I'm like, I wonder if she'll make lineup. We talked about it on the preview show.
And you know what?
And it's just great to see.
Again, I'm just like, I have seen these. I'm so glad they're making the lineups. But I'm just like, I feel like I've seen you. But again, they're doing exhibition.
They're in their squads, or like right,
or they're
exhibition.
doing exhibition.
But I don't even think she's exhibition, has she?
Yeah, she's
done like the inner squad.
I know she exhibition floor last year.
Okay, all right.
But I mean,
first official lineup, lead off,
which
great
is very
job,
cool.
Awesome. It was awesome.
I enjoy her.
Yeah, it was awesome. We tend in the MAC conference, and we used to have it a lot, where we would have full lineups of Region 5 athletes.
Yeah.
Okay. Michigan State is another team that, because of the numbers of Region 5 athletes we have on this team, we're going to get this. Now, we haven't gotten a full lineup, at least in the last couple of years, of total Region 5 athletes. We've had a lot of them. But this weekend, the entire balance beam lineup was Region 5. The entire one.
Crazy.
And 5 out of 6 bars were Region 5. Go Region 5.
Go Region 5.
So awesome.
We can
awesome
do beam.
Yes, we can. So MSU has a boatload, and that's why we love watching them.
They have a boatload. And like a large boat, like a yacht.
Yeah.
A yacht load.
They have a yacht load of Region 5 athletes. I've talked about this before. I know I've mentioned it last year, but Lily Smith's front pike toss, her front toss pike, that's put in the code as the correct way to do this skill. Absolutely gorgeous. Kendall Ebney, props for working your way out of that, Ray.
Oh my God.
But that could have been in my OMG because of releases, because this year's OMG was, brought to you by Bar to Bar Releases. How you caught that bail, I have no idea.
Well,
I mean, hand slipped, rolled on the bar, one arm,
her left arm, and her armpit, and a little bit of luck. That's how she caught it.
Exactly. But wow, holy cow! I don't know how you even got out of that, Ray.
She was not coming off that bar.
Bail.
I have her.
She was not
as an uneven bar badass because we're not coming off the bar.
Yes. However, her aerial 1.5 off beam, gorgeous, stuck, and then the gritty. You already mentioned it, but I loved it. She did the gritty after her beam dismount, so that was awesome. But that aerial 1.5 was gorgeous. But yes, I don't know how she got that. Ooh.
Do you know she went 5 weeks in training on beam with not falling? They had a contest.
Oh,
and she
that's
5
awesome.
weeks. How do you not fall off the beam in 5 weeks?
Well, she clearly didn't fall there either, so she did a good job.
Saying.
So she's just keeping it going.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Kaya Mayhew from Cal. I love the cartwheel to the push-up walk. She goes to push-up position, and then she walks to the right and walks to the left in a push-up position.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Really cool.
I remember seeing that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like that.
Do you know also that an aerial cartwheel on beam is done with no hands?
I did not know that.
Okay. Allie told us.
Okay, good. Well,
during Kendall's beam routine that the aerial cartwheel is done with no hands.
Well, we need to know that.
I thought it was important, and I wanted to share it with you. I feel like you didn't know that.
Yeah, we need to know that. Yeah. Rizzo from Kentucky, really cool Pink Panther inspired routine. Yeah. I liked that routine.
I liked all of Kentucky.
And her choreography's cool.
I liked all of Kentucky's floor routines. Like Isabella Ravelli, her floor routine, I loved hers. And she did floor. I want to know if this was the first time she's done floor, because she got very emotional at the end of that floor routine. But
her Rudy back tuck scared me a little bit because it went straight up and didn't rotate very much.
But I very much enjoyed her on floor. And she's traditionally normally been a bar worker. Yeah. But I really enjoyed her on floor. They have very good floor routines. I feel like Kentucky should be part of the Big Ten, but they're not. But I feel like they should be. Don't you do?
They should be.
I think they should.
Yeah, kind of. Another one that I know I have talked about before in previous years, but JJ Coleman's side summing and her choreography on floor. I love that. Peyton Harris, she only did bars, but handstands, cast handstands, blindfold, in handstand.
Yep.
Gorgeous. Can't wait to see
She does
her
fancy
do
dance.
more because she's one of my favorite athletes in the NCAA. I will always, you have me every time, Jay Free, with your handspring Rudy off beam. I mean, the only one who does that. So cool, and I love watching it every single time. So yes, you'll have me with that dismount on beam every time. And then Courtney McCann from Ohio State, her round off layout 2 feet, again, another every time. Just so cool. Awesome. I would love to see that series more done more, round off series, because I just love them. You don't see them much anymore. You used to see them a lot in the 80s.
Handspring Rudy off beam.
Yeah, she does a front handspring. Rudy, you know that. Jay Free Scott.
Oh yeah, she does. I was having a hard time wrapping my head around that.
Very good. Well, it's an awesome
because
dismount.
like beam, I was like back handspring, but it's no,
Yep.
it's
Nope.
no. But yeah. I know. Now I'm with you.
Okay. Yes. Kim, I have a Leo comment. Yes, I do. The NIU's Leo that they wore at Kent State. I love it. I wish we would have that Leo when I was at Palmer's. I think that Leo would have been a cool Leo for us to have at Palmer's. I really liked it.
Oh.
I don't know why I liked it. I can't tell you why I liked it.
Okay.
I just liked it. It was nice.
Okay.
And I think it's new because I've never seen the Leo
I've
before.
seen it before, but okay.
So, okay,
It's
so
not
I'm
new.
wrong.
But okay. I'm glad you're
I like
noticing leotards though. That makes
just that one. I might not ever notice another Leo again.
just that one. That's all we get. One.
Jocelyn Harbeck from NIU, senior this year, which I still can't get over. Front through to a double pike last pass. Awesome. So good. I loved it. Drake White, NIU, your front to double back went out of the camera. It was the camera gone. Bye-bye. I don't know where you went, and then you came back. We talked about Avery Riff, so I'll move on from that. McKenna Brooks, debut for her. Very nice front tuck on beam, but she has brought back the Pike Delchev. And for those of you who remember McKenna back at Nationals when she proceeded to catch a Pike Delchev on top of the bar and swing around on one arm, it was back. It was a little sloppy, but it was back. And I was glad to see that.
I didn't think it was a pike. I thought she was like doing a tuck or something because it doesn't.
Yeah, I think she was sloppy,
Yeah.
but it was definitely, I mean, that's what she does.
Yeah.
So I know that's what it intended to be, but I was glad to see it back because I know she had taken it out. And when she was going to compete last year, she was hurt, I think, for a little bit. So she didn't compete much last year in her senior year. But yeah, I'm glad to see that back. But that front tuck was gorgeous. There is a Hindorf on NAU's team. She was an exhibition. I didn't catch the name of who it was. I think she's a freshman, but I'm not 100% sure. But a beautiful Hindorf. I will report back on that when I go to NIU in 2 weeks.
Okay,
So,
you do that.
we'll report on that one since I didn't catch the name. Kim, we do use exercise mats.
You know
well,
what?
that's according to the commentary at Kent State.
So I've heard.
He says, yeah, they had to move the exercise mat when she did a release. Or I can't remember. It was a release, I think, on bars. They had to move the exercise mat. So we use exercise mats
Listen,
apparently. in
sometimes
gymnastics, so.
these commentators, they are not gymnastics people.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they say silly, silly things.
Yeah, like melting.
Melting into the beam. That was not a commentator. That was the coach from U of M.
Michigan. Yep.
But I enjoyed it. And so did Sam.
Yes, she did. And she's going to use it now every show, she said. Every broadcast, she's going to talk about melting into the beam. And I bet you at boot camp, she's going to start the beam boot camp. She's going to start melting into the beam too. So everything's melting into the beam. Basically, what melting into the beam, if you don't understand, is the front foot to stay pressed on a flight series or anything that instead of picking it up or switching your weight to the back foot so you wobble, melt your front foot into the beam so you don't wobble.
I think it's just melting everything into the beam.
That true.
The jumps.
Switch leaps.
It's soften,
yeah,
it's
everything.
to soften
just
your knees
soften
and
the
press
landing.
down. But
Yes.
melting into the beam. I just enjoyed that. I might use it also. I feel like it needs to be a
Yes.
t-shirt and the beam needs to be made of butter and someone needs to be landing on it.
Okay.
I mean,
Sounds good.
melting into the beam. Get it? Ha ha ha. I'm funny.
Mm-hmm.
I also really enjoyed John with On the Line is In. Yep. It is, John. It is. On the Line is in. So when Michaela Tucker was on the line, yeah, she was in.
Yes.
She was.
And apparently Kent State has a new floor, and they've now made it so that it's not a line. It's the big white barrier on the outside.
Right.
So now
the
that
big
people
white barrier
line.
line.
So apparently now we can see when the athlete steps out of bounds.
good.
Apparently. So it's
Good.
we can recognize that it's out of bounds.
Good. Gabby Van Freyen, we already talked about her and her mount and her beam, and
we did, and her series,
and as it stays as it should, because I was ready.
Yes.
I had to watch that, and when I first watched it, I didn't see her mount. I rewound that TV 12 times to get that mount because I was like, had to make sure. Paul Judah. Okay, listen, Paul Judah is no longer doing the Nastics, and so
no, he's in real estate.
Yeah, he's an adult. Okay, listen, he's an adult doing adult things.
Yes,
but that poor man looks so stressed out at this meet, and I feel like he was just equally as probably emotional as when his last gymnastics meet occurred, because he is in those stands. He's up, he's down, he's crying, he's clapping, he's laughing, he's stressing out. But then my other question was, why are you just in the middle of all these seats by yourself? Like, there was a person, no person, Paul, no person, no people. Like, it's like he was just Paul. It's like they told him, Paul, we need you to sit here so we can find you, and nobody's sitting around you. That's what I felt like. But the poor man seemed so stressed out. And Raina did much better this weekend
her
than
vault
she
was nice.
did at the exhibition meet, for sure. So she looks good. Yeah. But I do love the fact that they kept saying, maybe not kept saying, but let everybody else in the gym internet know that Raina and Carly were on the 2021 winning team. And 6 years later, we're still here.
We're still doing gymnastics.
We're still here 6 years later. So I love that for them. But Paul Judah had me cracking up. He's so funny. He wears his emotions just right there. I love it.
He wears his emotions on his sleeve for sure.
Well, or his face.
But I choose sleeve mainly because we're wearing Comfort, Kim.
We are wearing Comfort.
And it has sleeves. They have sleeves.
Why?
Yes. We are very comfortable for the 2026 season as we podcast every week while wearing our Comfort clothes. Yep. So wearing my brown this week as I still wait for my other two that are coming. Hopefully I'll have a change of colors. It is brown. Yes, it is brown. It looks black in this camera.
Because it's not like super dark brown. Like husband has brown and that doesn't look brown. Oh, mine's.
Yeah, no, it's brown.
Mine's green again because this is what was in my car.
Yes. So, but hopefully my other two will come from Christmas, that they're coming in February. So we'll kind of change the colors each and every week. But yes, the College Salute and the Region 5 Insider are now affiliates of Comfort. And if you would like to live life in comfort, you can use our code Jason272. I did talk about that. I'm going to try to switch that eventually, but it was not on my priority list. Not on my priority list this week. But use our code Jason272 for a 15% off for your purchase. I do know they do have some new stuff in, but they're still trying to get rid of some of their other stuff, and there's not a lot of sizes, so I know you probably have to wait a little bit. But because I tried to get another one for my daughter, but the color wasn't there. So, but anyway, join us in comfort while you watch and listen to our show every week, and use our code Jason272 for 15% off your purchase. Some social salutes. I only had two. I don't know if Kim had found any or was looking.
Well, I asked you if you saw that Missouri one, but then I couldn't go back and find the Missouri one. But the Missouri,
I just know the one that they talked about, the comedian one. They did a comedian thing. That's the only one I recently saw.
The one I saw was all of them doing that little like dance. They're like, this is how we walk into the weekend, and like that like. Oh yeah,
no, I didn't see that.
That one.
I didn't see that.
Oh well, I couldn't find it again, so it was
okay.
It was there.
Well, hopefully I forgot about this particular segment that we have, and I remembered it today, and I did see two while I was looking, but I do have to mention Caitlin Grimes, because you know that TikTok where what will your parents see when they watch you? Yep. They remember when you're little. She did a really cool one, because obviously she is in her last year. This is her final year. She's a fifth year, but she obviously did bars, and she put some bar stuff up there, and then some floor and vault, and she entered it with her first tumbling pass from this past weekend. But just awesome to see, and just I know the emotion. I know how much the Grimes really enjoy watching Caitlin do gymnastics, especially Brian, her dad, loves watching Caitlin do gymnastics, and I know Caitlin really just enjoys this sport and why she wanted to stick around for another year. And the fact that she's doing bars again, I'm sure that just makes it even better. Icing on the cake. But Caitlin loved the video, enjoyed it. Wanted to shout out to it. And then the MSU hype video. from their first meet. I don't know if you saw that on TikTok. That was funny. That was good. And then Katie and it wasn't Nikki. Katie and who was the one that they're crouched down for like Jazzy? That's right. They're crouched down for like the entire video, right to the end. Like literally, I'm like, what are you two doing? All these people are passing them and doing cool hype video from Michigan State. I enjoyed that one. So maybe we'll catch some more salutes for week 3.
Maybe we will.
Yes. Our D3 athlete of the week this week is Omi Ellis from Wisconsin Oshkosh. I almost call her Ami. Floor 9.8. Beautiful front to double back. Nice double pike last pass. I just like she has some fun with this floor routine, especially with her teammates. She has a whole section. She's like working with her teammates.
I wish I could have heard the music though.
I know the music's bad. You can't hear like the background. It's yeah. It's not greatest. When we get these videos, it's sometimes not the greatest. And sometimes the quality when it comes over us is not that great also. But we like to see it, get to see, and obviously salute our D3 athletes as well. So congratulations. It will be up on our Instagram as soon as possible as I get it up there. D3 athlete of the week, Omi Ellis from Wisconsin Oshkosh. On floor this week, 9-8. As we talked about our podcast socials, of course, our Region 5 Salute, College Salute podcast on Instagram. You need to check that out. That's where basically everything we post is on. Our D3 athlete, MVP, occasionally highlight reels, as well as videos from the week. Kim's pictures, if she has them. Our podcast link is there. So go check that out. Follow College Salute podcast on Instagram, and then of course our College Salute YouTube channel. This is where we do have some segments or things from the podcast that I show and break up, but that's where our video of our podcast is posted. Weekly routines that I'll use for Alumni Mondays when I do them, just extra content stuff. So follow our YouTube channel, follow our Instagram channel, and that's where you can keep track of our Region 5 alums all season long, as well as postseason with our alums. So check out those 2 socials and follow along. All right, our weekly awards. How about your best college stick, stay, and slay? I have a feeling you and I have the same one.
I don't know, age before beauty.
I'm going Nikki because the stick, the stay, the slay, the flip to her back. I mean, just hands down. When she did it, I put that in my thing. Nikki.
Anytime that you are going to do the Amon-Ra St. Brown handstand, yes, absolutely. But I have another one as well. Because Nikki's first, of course, because hello. But Sage. Mm-hmm. I mean, Sage gave it a little something extra. She stayed. Yeah. She's college saluted, stuck her hung out, and then dropped in Spider-Man. So I'm going to go with both of them.
Oh, yes. Yes, she did. She did do that.
Yeah, I can't.
So, there you go. Mm-hmm. That was awesome. But no, this week, especially for Michigan State, but just overall, I mean, just the extra stuff at the end of routines, so good. All right, and then our MVPs.
Okay, go ahead.
Am I going first?
Yeah,
again?
age before beauty.
Biz in that beam routine, just because I think she's the MVP of that beam lineup this week. Obviously, she's the leader of our lineup on beam. She's my MVP for balance beam and just being out there for the first time in 2 years. Biz, you're my MVP of week 2.
Okay, so my MVP of the week is Hannah because she rocked bars, rocked beam, and like, oh, I just am so, she's on, as you said, a revenge tour, but she came out and hit both those events beautifully. So
they did a great job. Both of them for their teams did a great job. They were only in 1 or 2 events, but the events they did, they rocked it and did a great job. And obviously just not being in lineups for a year due to an injury or 2 years because of an injury, it's just awesome to see them back. So 100%, Biz and Hannah, we agree. Great. And then, of course, our stick and stay and slays were awesome and phenomenal week 2 as well. So, and we look forward to week 3. Hopefully it holds up to what week 2 has. So
we'll find out.
Wish we could just watch more. I just wish we had more time to watch more meets because
and more TVs
a lot of
and
good
more
gymnastics.
computers.
More TVs. Oh, yes. If you didn't notice, the picture I posted on our story on our Instagram social of Kim's wonderful setup in her office at her school. Just so fun.
How many?
You think you were watching regionals, back in the day when you had to watch regionals all at the same time. Yeah. All the regions. That was crazy.
Blessed to have many computer monitors and 3 laptops. Actually, I didn't even have 1 laptop out. I only had 2 of them out, and a TV on top of the desk. So
yeah.
Hashtag blessed. Thank you, SVSU.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty then. Help more people find our podcast by rating and reviewing us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to the College Salute podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or alums you'd like us to cover, please feel free to email us at region5insider@gmail.com. Thanks to all of our subscribers. We could not do this without your support. Follow us on all of our social media accounts for the most up-to-date information on what's going on with our Region 5 alums all season long.
Remember, go ahead and give us a review, give us a like, follow us, follow all our social medias. Let's try to continue to boost our Region 5 College Salute podcast as best as we can. And thanks again for listening to this week's Week 2 scroll. But what a week to follow. It was awesome and we enjoyed it. We are excited to watch all our alums all season long and then give you our take on the week's action every Wednesday. We'll talk to you in a week for more spine-saving coverage of our Region 5 alums. And as always, remember to follow, like, and subscribe. Peace out, Region 5.
5, 5, 5, 5, 5.